Sagittarius, this is going to be your tarot card for this week. Okay. Oh, you got the Eight of Cups. You guys know I have a lot of Sagittarius placements. But this Eight of Cups is a card that talks about loss. It's a card that talks about time. It also is a depiction of sacrifice and submission, vulnerability. Also, it talks about what you might be, the power that you might be giving up because of your emotional attachment to something that may no longer serve you, right? You might just be giving energy to something, right? Because you once were passionate about it. It was talking about the compassion, right? Compassion, unconditional love. It's the unconditional love that has the power over you in some way, shape, or form. This is talking about the strength to let go from that which has already been lost, right? The moon is waning, so it was already brought to your attention a long time ago. And now it's going down and the moon is going to eventually go black. So are you going to continue the cycle? Or are you going to let the cycle end in this phase how it's wanted to? So the phase of the moon has ended, right? We're now going into that waning cycle. So this moment is now. And this is also talking about you being in two different places in one time in terms of how you feel about it, right? You're like, oh, I feel like this, but then it's like that too. You know what I mean? And that's troubling you. Saturn and Pisces, Saturn is exalted in Libra. Venus is exalted in Pisces. I feel like Saturn isn't really that emotional, right? But Pisces is. Pisces wants a situation to be ideal so that it doesn't have to be triggered and affected so often. But this card is saying that you're fixed in that energy of it's constantly triggering you emotionally. Because you're obsessing over something. And the obsession has the power over you. And the eights are talking about splendor, so it's saying that you actually know because it is kind of like a very clairvoyant card, being that it's an 8 and it's cups. So you've known this feeling for some time. It was apparent to you, right? Maybe it even just came to you in a feeling or in a dream, or you just kind of saw it coming down the river bend, right? You've just been riding the raft. Sagittarius, this is going to be your Romance Angels Oracle card for this week. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, right? And here we go. This Eight of Cups is talking about feelings, right? Have you been ignoring your feelings for a long time? Because this does talk about ignoring your feelings too, right? Being that Pisces, that energy of Pisces, right? The archetype is talking about escapism, right? So this is talking about codependency, right? So the codependency is used as a form of escapism, right? For some of you, right? Or the escapism is the codependency, right? So you're like, oh, if I can just escape in this way to get away from it, ignore it, then that's what you're relying on, right? But this is saying that you have to have that discussion or you have to have that conversation, right? Whether or not maybe there's some confusion, right? Maybe there's something that's ongoing. Maybe there's a sexual relationship that's ongoing and you know that it's not really going anywhere, but you're continuing to have sex. or you're continuing to like have these intimate experiences with each other, right? That's sort of like borderline this showing of love and compassion, but it is sex because it is an 8, right? And that's the 8th house of Scorpio, hidden things and sex, right? And then it's Pisces, and Pisces is definitely talking about, because we can use sex as a form to escape, right? Right? And sex is definitely used as a way to show someone love and compassion, unconditional love, even, and it's the unconditional love that you have for for someone that actually might be the thing that has its hold on you. Not saying that you shouldn't love someone unconditionally, but it's saying that, that you have for that person, that unconditional love is really, detrimental sometimes. Right? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, talk about things. Maybe make some things apparent that aren't apparent. You know what I mean? And it might be able to get you from one place to another. You're almost done with this, right? This situation is almost closing itself out. Trust. You know what I mean? And this is kind of like one of those things where you like knew it was going to be happening anyway, right? We always experience those. All of us. Not always, but we kind of like all of us have. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Sag.